to the sun. We would be amazing together as one. Oh, there's no turning back for the both of us. No point of denying the truth. Let go of the past and get stronger. Just believe in the fire between us. Believe in me, believe in love. Believe in the fire between us. 'Cause it will be so heavenly. Just believe in the fire between us. Believe in the fire between us. Believe in the fire between us. I know what you're facing, I know what you feel. But soon you'll be ready, your mind will be clear. There's no turning back for the both of us. No point of denying the truth. Let go of the past and get stronger. Just believe in the fire between us. Believe in me, believe in love. Believe in the fire between us. 'Cause it will be so heavenly. Just believe in the fire between us. Believe in the fire between us. The love in our hearts is causing these flames. The will in our minds will keep them forever. Just believe in the fire between us. Just believe in the fire between us. Believe in me, believe in love. Believe in the fire between us. 'Cause it will be so heavenly. Just believe in the fire between us. Believe in me, believe in love. Believe in the fire between us. 'Cause it will be so heavenly. Just believe in the fire between us. Hey girl, you look a little unsure. I see you hiding in the light, on the edge of the dance floor, where the neon's burning bright. We should be dancing now, dance with me, it's alright. We should be dancing now, dance with me, it's alright. We should be dancing now, dance with me, it's alright. We should be dancing now, baby, in a blink of an eye. Dancing like this, a blink of an eye. You know I love this, oh yeah. Baby, in a blink of an eye. Dancing like this, a blink of an eye. You know I love this, oh yeah. Girl, you went from being a crappy cop to a nightclub queen. Now you're winning every dance off with moves no one's ever seen. a blink of an eye. There's no like this. A blink of an eye. You know I love this. Oh yeah. Baby, a blink of an eye. There's no like this. A blink of an eye. You know I love this. Oh yeah. Baby, a blink of an eye. In the time I waited for your love, in the time that wasn't easy, but you know I won't be wasting any more time on thinking about getting back with you. And you know I won't be waiting for this broken love. No more broken love. No more broken love. It's a time when I won't be living in the past. It's a time when I am stronger. And you know I won't be wasting any more time on thinking about getting back with you. And you know I won't be waiting for this broken love. tonight. Our love will set us free. 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 You know our love will set us free. 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 In the time I waited for your love, in the time that wasn't easy, but you know I won't be wasting any more time on thinking about getting back with you. And you know I won't be waiting for this broken love. It's a time when I won't be living in the past. It's a time when I am stronger. And you know I won't be wasting any more time on thinking about getting back with you. And you know I won't be waiting for this broken love. I wanna believe that I can reach inside your heart to where it bleeds. I see in your eyes signs of hard times, but then you smile, yeah, makes the darkness fade. Let's say goodbye to sorrow. I know we can fly, yeah, like there's no tomorrow, like there's no
When the dawn starts to creep back into the sky and it's time to leave, we can still feel the drum, and it's pulling us right back to where we begun. Reaching to the sky above, higher, like you can't get enough. Reaching, push the feeling higher, and then you bring it back. Begun. Reaching to the sky above, higher, like you can't get enough. Reaching, push the feeling higher, and then you bring it back. And then you bring Tonight we will fight for the right to stay alive. 'Cause you know we live for the music. We are breathing love. Tonight we will fight for the rhythm of our life, and we'll always keep on dancing. We are breathing love. you now, but you don't see me. I'm just someone in the crowd. I am calling your name. No, I'm screaming, screaming. Oh, it's always the same. And you don't see me, do you?
The sky so far away tonight, but I can't lose this one. Gotta bright up the falling night. Thought that I was fit to fight for us to be. You gave me life for loving me. Tell me, where did we go so wrong? We After all we've been through, gave my all on this
wasn't real. What kind of a feeling am I starting to feel when I want you so? Why are you so cold? When I'm around you, I want to let go. Lost in your eyes when we're moving too close, and the love we found got me upside down.
I shared my dream with you until the morning. Everybody else had done it right.
a shadow in the dark, ready to unwind. Someone please help me now to ease all the pain inside. 'Cause I'm going alone when the love is gone, to a place I belong, where it feels like home. And when the feeling's lost and the roads are crossed, I could only be here, where it feels like home. Supposed to be, we walked the long road. So hear me out, got something on my mind. It's time to reload. 'Cause I'm going alone when the love is gone, to a place I belong, where it feels like home. And when the feeling's lost and the roads are crossed, I could only be here, where it feels like home. You and me, never supposed to be. We walked the long road. So hear me out, got something on my mind. It's time to reload. 'Cause I'm going alone when the love is gone, to a place I belong, where it feels like home. And when the feeling's lost and the roads are crossed, I could only be here, where it feels like home. Heal my heartache, heal my soul. How come one day you let us go? I am lost without you, but so many things I need to say, like how did you feel treating me that way? I wish I had known the right was wrong. How can the human heart be so cold? How can the human heart be so cold? I'm strong since you have been away. No more lies, no more chains. How come one day you let us go? without you. There's so many things I need to say, like how did you feel treating me that way? I wish I had known the lies you told. How can a human heart be so cold? One day you let us go. I am lost without you. There's so many things I need to say, like how did you feel treating me that way? I wish I had known the lies you told. How can a human heart be so cold? Laying in your bed, fighting ghosts in my head. Wish that I could let you go. Remember all we had. How could we get this bad? Where did we lose our glow? You live, you learn. When your heart is set to burn, fading away until the light will return. Someone bring me back to the time when our hearts unite. Bring me back to the time when our hearts unite. Bring me back to the time when our hearts unite. Laying in your bed, fighting ghosts in my head. Wish that I could let you go. Remember all we had. How could we get this bad? Where did we lose our glow? You live, you learn. When your heart is set to burn, fading away until the light will return. Someone bring me back to the time when our hearts unite. Bring me back to the time when our hearts unite. Bring me back to the time when our hearts unite.
Do you remember when we first met? I thought my eyes would fall straight out of my head. Guess we all living proof of love at first sight. But now we both see love in a different light. Keeping love alive, it's a tricky thing. You gotta let it fly, gotta give it wings. If you wanna make it right, don't let it ride. Don't hold on too tight, you know you gotta try. Keep love alive. keep the love alive. You know you gotta try. Keep the love alive.
We can shine in a crowd, we never hesitate. Let us rise to the clouds. We've got nothing to lose, I know the time is right. Let us light up the fuse. And I know, and I know, and I know, and I know we're perfect, you and I. And I don't, and I don't, and I don't, and I don't giving up without a fight. What I feel, I know it's right. Let us detonate tonight. Let us detonate tonight. Let us detonate tonight. We can shine in a crowd, we never hesitate. Let us rise to the clouds. We've got nothing to lose, I know the time is right. Let us light up the fuse. And I know, and I know, and I know, and I know we're perfect, you and I. And I don't, and I don't, and I don't, and I don't giving up without a fight. What I feel, I know it's right. Let us detonate tonight. Let us detonate tonight. Let us detonate tonight.
Everybody, can you feel the groove? Grab somebody, let it go. Ooh, everybody, can you feel the groove? Grab somebody, let it go. Ooh, everybody, grab somebody. Everybody, grab somebody.
You got me feeling, you got me feeling alright. Whenever I'm around you, baby, you make me feel so alive.
Let's make a run together, I'll be by your side before we collide. And if the sky falls down on you, just beat it up before we collide. Let's make it last forever, I'm ready to fly before we collide. And when the sun don't shine on you, just heat it up before we collide. Let's make a run together, I'll be by your side before we collide. And if the sky falls down on you, just beat it up before we collide. Let's make it last forever, I'm ready to fly before we collide. And when the sun don't shine on you, just heat it up before we collide. Just give me a chance. I know that we can find our love again. Now hear me, just one more dance, 'cause I know we can make it right again. And I know you're the one I've been looking for, and I know you're the one for me. So baby, I'm reaching out for your love. to stay. You'll never have to be alone again. And I know you're the one I've been looking for. And I know you're the one for me. So baby, I'm reaching out for your love. If you really believe, if you really believe, if you really
That special feeling
I'm not alone anymore. And it is all 'cause of I am invincible now. I am unstoppable now. And it is all 'cause of you. I am stronger than before. I'm not alone anymore. And it is all 'cause of
should be chasing after the sun. We would be amazing together as one. Oh, there's no turning back for the both of us. No point of denying the truth. Let go of the past and get stronger. Just believe in the fire between us. Believe in me, believe in love, believe in the fire between us. 'Cause it will be so heavenly. Just believe in the fire between us. Believe in the fire between us. Believe in the fire between us.
between us. Believe in me, believe in love, believe in the fire between us. 'Cause it will be so heavenly. Just believe in the fire between us. Believe in the fire between us. The love in our hearts is causing these flames. The will in our minds will keep them forever. Just believe in the fire between us.